Hello everyone, this is Rosemary and this is a walkthrough of this boho journal traveler's insert that I made for the boho swap for the junk journal junkies. And I've never made a boho style journal, but I thought this would be a fun thing to do just for fun because I had a stash of sequins, metallic braid and fringe. And in a swap I had participated, someone had sent me this material and I decided to use some of this from my stash. It just reminded me that this might be fun for this journal. I've never made one of these, but all I knew is it had a lot of sequins. It was just a very interesting mismatched kind of style with material, and so this is my attempt. As you can see, the closure is a button and elastic, and the elastic goes around to keep it closed. I like that for a traveler's journal insert, and you can just lift it up and it's very easy and it keeps everything in. I said it's cardstock with material on both sides. This came from a pillowcase. And this is some paper I had in my stash. And again, here are some just random objects that I think guest receipt. Somebody gave me this. I guess they did a die cut and I lined it with some paper underneath it. And then just one of these journaling cards. My card, the beginning first page, is from a card that Carla Rose made, and I just loved it with all the bright colors, the flower, the little bling, and the quote, "Live with passion, laugh out loud, love deeply." And on the other side, it's black, so if you want to write with some metallic gel pen, I think it'd be fun. This is some ribbon that's in my stash, and then a journaling card that I just stamped. This is some paper. Like I said, I pick up all my paper at thrifts, and it is a day book that I think somebody must have picked up in China because I don't know if it was the year of the cow, the pig, and you can see some of the printing right there. And I just think it's just kind of fun for a boho journal. This paper is came from, it's like the packaging from some square rectangle doilies. It must have been a very old package because it has quite an elaborate background there. And the pocket is basically some lace that I had, and it's kind of curved, so I kind of pieced it together and made it this, an interesting pocket. And this is a printable from Pinterest. And this is a card that's been in my stash forever, and I thought it would be kind of fun to add it in there. And a die cut, some stamping. This is some fringe. And where all this sequins and fringe came from, I buy these bags at one of my kind of discounts fabric area that they just put bits and pieces into bags. So that's why I have such a weird collection. There's a muslin flower with some kind of flower ribbon. And this is these flowers are from I think Donna Turner. She just sent me, this was how she wrapped the package for a swap, and I decided to use it. I backed it up with some other paper, as you can see there, sewed around it, stamped. And this girl is, this dancer is from Pinterest, and I made her dress with lace and then surrounded it with blue sequins. Some stamping there. I think some people would recognize the stamp. This is a planner, and I left the edges like this. This is a black envelope I received as junk mail, and it had a large window, and I like to collect them and put them into my journals because they make wonderful pockets. And there you see the journaling card on the back that it is trimmed with both sides because it acts kind of like as a stopper and as a decoration. You can see right there. This is another printable from Pinterest, and I just kind of like it because it says, "Life is very short and there's no time for fussing, fighting, my friend. A tag I made from some tissue paper has been in my stash, and I think it kind of complements this page right here, which, you know, it's basically very plain, and you can see it's kind of was thin paper. And there I had some strips of paper, and this is a tsunami rose that I just love her rose, her flowers, and I love to fussy cut. And here it looks like she's a flamenco dancer who must needs music to dance to. And it makes just a fun page, as you can see, both sides. There, this is a book, Spanish dictionary. I gessoed around it so you can write over it, and I stamped. And this is again another page from Tsunami Rose, and I just cut it, and I have this, the bee, and it's just a little poem, but what I really wanted it was because I like the little drawings of the bee, and it on the back you can see plenty of room to journal, and when you tuck it in right there, you see the bees right there that go along with the flower, so I just thought it was fun. This is a embellishing paper clip, and this is a wax seal, also from Donna Turner, and I just put them together because they just look good on this page. And down at the bottom I stamped, always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. Doesn't that sound good for a boho journal? This is the other side. You can see the writing from that wrapping of that packaging of those doilies, and I put a lace pocket and this palmistry hand, which I think it's so fun. You have gypsies and reading your palm, and I kind of cut and glued this lace so it acts as a tab, and you can kind of see it on the side. Did some stenciling because I thought it gave it that boho look. Some accounting paper, it's a tab right there, and some lace, and here you can see some more of that accounting paper, and I stamped, and it says, until you spread your wings you have no idea how far you'll fly. That's why I have the birds. This is some money Janie gave me, some $5 bills, and I could only find this one, and I just thought it was fun to add it in. This is a fold out with, you could see the stenciling, and a lot of room to journal. And here's the center of the signature with some ribbon there, a little cluster, some blue braid there, more stenciling, and there you see these acting as tabs. And right here is the other side of that, and here are some journaling cards I made from leftovers, and I stenciled and some of this beading. Here's again some stamping. You know, there's a lot of interest here, but I also think there's a lot of room as to journal. The gessoed page and the stamping, a small little cluster right there at the corner. And this is the back of the black envelope, and I just put an armadillo there just because it was nice and random. And I think it'd be fun to write in gel pen. And this is the tag that acts also as a decoration right here on the edge. And on the window, I put this dancing girl with some sequins, and just for fun. And you can pull her out and pull this tag, and you can see her right there. And this is a flip. I just thought this was such pretty, some elastic kind of lacy sequence material that's been in my stash, and it just is pretty. I like the color. More sequins, a tree. Talked about this, and here's another little quote: a life without dreams would just be a life. And here's another gypsy girl with some tickets. It's a little tuck right there. And here again, you see some more stamping up there, and it says, change for no one and believe in who you are. And this is just a paper clip that I put in there because it was fun. Again, the packaging, it's a side tuck. There are 2 tags, and this is a fun one from Pinterest, and then more stenciling. Just, I didn't really have a lot of paper that gave it the colors by this time I was working with, and so I just put the embellished paper clip right there. There you see the braid. This is the back of that Carla Rose's card, and there you see the ribbon, and here's a doily that goes right there, journaling card, and I love this metallic copper tag. And again, it was left over from the back over there, and I just kind of, I can't even decide what kind of ribbon to put in there, but it's just fun. And I left this blank because I just think it's a fun opportunity there. Here you see my tags right here, tickets, a giant playing cards, a jack, and then again these tags I made from indexes. And so this is my attempt at a boho journal. I hope the recipient likes it. It's kind of fun. Maybe a grown-up version of Halloween, I don't know. But again, the more I worked on it, the better I got the feel for it. So again, don't be afraid to work outside your comfort zone. You never know what you can create. And again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again.